Upcoming Forbidden and Limited List update, August 5th for Master Duel. When I opened Master Duel this morning, I just wanted to take a quick look at the cards in the pack that we are going to play today, but then I was surprised because we have a Forbidden and Limited List update and a pretty big one at that. A pretty big one at that. I already see 4 cards at the bottom here going banned. So we've got a lot of things to talk about. This is in effect about next week. And we've got cards to be forbidden, 4 units. I was about to say there's a card going from 1 to ban. Surely that's Max C, but it's a super rare, so it cannot be Max C. Ooh, all right. That is good news. All of this is good news and should have happened. I mean, that's why I'm not freaking out right now, because this has all been done in basically all other formats and should have happened like 3 years ago, but still happy about that. Harpy's Featherstorm, Lyrolusk Independent Nightingale, Barrier Statue of the Drought, Fossil Dyna Pachycephalo. I mean, freaking finally, right? Freaking finally, Featherstorm, Drought, and Pachi. Every time I've encountered any of these cards, I was wondering, why is this still here? And then Independent Nightingale is obviously to prevent FTKs. What does this mean? Because this is probably something, this probably means something. This is probably an indicator at a deck that is about to come out. Our patrons. Oh. Okay. The Power Patrons. All right, well. I haven't, like, genuinely, what's the reason that they're doing Featherstorm, Barrier Statue, and Pachi now? Are they just worried that these cards are going to ruin their precious World Championship viewing experience this year? Is that what's going on? Probably, right? I mean, this is the last ban list before the World Championships. So I guess they're just like pulling the trigger on this now where people might actually bring these cards to Worlds, right? So yeah. Okay. I mean, 4 bans that I'm already super happy with. So, I mean, so far so good. 1 unit to be limited. Branded Fusion. Okay, this is the most... This is an alibi hit. It's the same thing that happened in the TCG. This card is not that relevant for Branded. Branded is not about Branded Fusion anymore. This is just the kind of thing to say, oh yeah, we are hitting Branded, guys. Look, we're hitting Branded. We're putting Branded Fusion to 1. But in reality, it doesn't hit Branded. It hits Draco Tail more than Branded. It's still, I'm not mad about it in this way, because I do think Branded Fusion is a good enough card to be justified to be at 1. I think that is fine. I think there's nothing wrong with Branded Fusion being at 1, but it doesn't properly address Branded, if that's what they were trying to do. So let's take a look at the semi-limit. A lot of them. Oh, okay. Well, no Branded hits. No Branded hits, but more Cool Tune hits. More Cool Tune hits, and some relevant ones at that. I mean, Cool Tune Q is, for what it matters, just a consistency hit, but it is a consistency hit, and they are kind of racking up consistency hits for Cool Tune in Master Duel. Cool Tune Synchro, on the other hand, is not a consistency hit. I mean, it is one, but it's not just one, because Cool Tune Synchro at 2, I think, is quite significant, because Cool Tune Synchro is not only a starter, it is also one of the best extenders / way to play through interruption, as well as one of the best endboard pieces in the deck. So if you use a Cool Tune Synchro on the first turn as a starter, or as a way to dodge an Imperm or a Veiler, you will no longer be able to end on 2 copies of Cool Tune Synchro. And you will no longer be able to search them on follow-up turns, and so on and so forth. Like, this is a meaningful nerf to Cool Tune's longevity and potentially end board. If they have to use one on the first turn, you can no longer set 2, which makes the board easier to play through. Why does it say applied from 2037? Why does it say? I'm just now noticing that. Why does it say, yeah, this hit is in effect in 11 years? Spoilers, I guess. All of these. Okay, I mean, hey, yeah, I mean, guys, Cool Tune is going to be hit in 11 years from now on. I'm just giving you a little bit of a heads up. Fossil Dyna Pachycephalo, your days are numbered. You've got 11 years left. And then it's gone. It's probably just a typo somewhere. Okay. Radiant Typhoon Vision, in my opinion, understandable, but still a little bit sad. I love this card. I don't like that this card is at 2. I think this is an awesome card that I enjoy playing with, but it still is. It's very popular. It's understandable. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm a little sad though. Radiant Typhoon Chant. I mean, okay, the reason for the Radiant Typhoon, I can only explain it in the way that I feel like they wanted to hit it a little bit because it did do really well in the last Duelist Cup. I mean, Cool Tune was the best deck in the Duelist Cup, but Radiant Typhoon was pretty successful, so they did want to hit it a little bit. Okay, I think it's fine. Just nerfing Radiant Typhoon a little bit. I don't hate Radiant Typhoon, but it's been really popular, so it's fair enough. The one hit here for Radiant Typhoon that I think is really necessary is Zodiac Ratpier back to 2. And this is where you gotta give credit where credit is due. They are reverting this one really, really quickly. This is something that they don't always do. When they make a mistake and they bring a card back that should never come back, they don't always revert it like super quickly. This one absolutely is necessary. Ratpier cannot be at 3 when Broad Bull is at 1. You cannot have both of them together. They should not have put both of these together. I think they should have just rebanned Broad Bull. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they should have rebanned Broad Bull. But I think it's good that they're doing something about this. Terrible change? This is not a terrible change, Farfa. This is a good change. I think as much as I like the idea of pure Zodiac being a thing, unfortunately, I don't think you can make pure Zodiac a thing ever again. Whenever these cards are here, people are just going to use them for evil, and they definitely did with Ratpier. I mean, another thing that they could have done that I want to throw out there that I actually would have liked as well, or instead, is they could have banned Utopic Draco Future, which I think would have been fine too. I would have accepted that as well as an alternative to this. I think Ratpier can be at 3 if you can't turn it into a monster negate plus a starter. I think that would have been okay, but either way, putting it to 2 is good. So yeah. The thing is, Ratpier still does combo plus Ultimate Draco Future now, but you have to do the Broad Bowl before the Draco Future. So you can now get interrupted on the Broad Bowl or drolled or something. Or you have to play Ram, which is kind of bad. Yeah. They can turn it into Zexal instead of Draco Future. Yeah, but Zexal is weaker than Draco Future, so that would be fine. But yeah, anyways, this is good. And then we've got Unlimits as well. I mean, this card is one of those cards where if it's at 1 or at 3 does not make a difference. So Original Sinful Spoils. You guys know I'm not a fan of Snake Eyes, but if this card is legal, then it might as well be at 3. Who cares? It's only happening in 11 years from now on, thankfully. And then Snatchy. Snatchy actually is relevant, I think, whether you have 2 or 3 copies, somewhat. But I mean, Yummy is just nowhere to be seen right now. It's just probably fine to be at 3, I would say. Okay. I have a question. Is this the biggest Master Duel list they've done? It's got to be the biggest in a long time. Because I don't remember. They don't usually make that many changes. It's probably not the biggest ever, but it is the biggest in a very, very long time. Oh yeah, also, they put this card back to 3. This is also at 3 now, randomly. It's in the newest selection pack as well. I wonder if that's going to make any impact. I think it could, but I also am not too worried about Eclipse Wyvern, but it's interesting. I will say, I'm a fan of this. I think there's a lot of things moving in the right direction here in Master Duel, and we don't get this very often, where they make this many changes. At the same time, this is a lot of it is, you gotta say, just very, very late to the party. Like, the reason why this looks good is because they are just they've basically been saving up on good hits. They've just not done many good hits in a long time, and now they're doing a bunch at once. And whenever I see a Master Duel ban list, I just can't help but think about all the things that they are not addressing, right? Like a massive, if someone told me, hey, they're gonna do a massive Master Duel ban list before the World Championship to fix the format, I would have expected other cards on here. Like I would have expected Max C, I would have expected Baron the Fleur, those kind of cards, you know? Not, I mean, I'm not complaining about getting Barrier Statue of the Drought and Fossil Dyna, but they're not like my top one priority of cards that I want hit in Master Duel. Like a bunch of the Negation, a bunch of the like the Max C and so on and so forth. Like there's so many other things that I would hit before I would hit these cards or together with these cards that I don't want to like this is not a 10 out of 10 ban list only because it's big and because there's a couple of problematic cards out there. Like in terms of just addressing the current format, this is still relatively okay, I would say. It's like maybe a 7 out of 10. Yeah, maybe a 7 out of 10 because like they're not addressing branded properly. You know, I'm a fan of branded, but still, if they want to address one of, if not the best deck in the format right now, this does not do it. Branded Fusion to 1 is not a real branded hit. So essentially what this is saying, like, hey, we want to phase out Cool Tune and Radiant Typhoon to make room for, I don't know, probably like Power Patrons to be the best deck in the format alongside branded. And that's what it does, right? It doesn't really address many generic problems in the format. It does hit some floodgates, which I'm thankful for. But, you know, Elf Notes is gonna join Master Duel at some point with Baron Legal, is what this means. And so it's going to be a huge and powerful deck when it comes out. And I'm not gonna have a whole lot of fun when I play against it in those formats. So I still don't, even though it's big, I don't think it's that good, actually. I think if you look past it, if you think about, the longer I think about it, the less impactful it gets, I would say. You don't like dancing? I mean, I like when the elf notes dance, but unfortunately they don't do that very often. Unfortunately, they usually, instead of switching places, they usually just go into the graveyard to summon Baron, Crystal Wing, Dawn Dragster, Omega, and all that stuff. They don't really dance that much. Branded hasn't had enough time as a strong deck, so it shouldn't be hit that hard. I mean, here's the thing. I am a little bit biased in terms of Branded because it is at the moment my favorite deck to play in Master Duel alongside Sky Striker. So I am happy that both of these decks are getting away relatively lightly here. Branded Fusion only losing one Branded only losing one Branded Fusion, and Striker only losing one Vision. So I like that, but at the same time, I think if we just hit, like, in general, I think Master Duel's power level is just too high, is how I feel about it. Like, I think I would be fine with some Striker and Branded hits as long as they hit the general power level of everything down a little, right? Like, hit the combo decks a little bit, hit the stun decks a little bit, but also hit the mid-range decks like Branded and Size. Just bring it all down a little bit, right? And then I'm happy. Because then if everything gets nerfed a little bit, then even a nerfed Branded can still be good, or a nerfed Striker can still be good, or even a nerfed combo deck can still be good if everything goes down a little bit. So that's what I would do. I would just hit more cards in Master Duel, even more than this. Even though this is 12 changes, I would do more in Master Duel. But yes, Branded is still in the shop and everything. There are reasons for it. I just, you know, I like to point out what I would do differently. But yeah, of course, they don't want to hit Branded too hard while you can still chase the Overframe Mirror Jade and all that kind of stuff. From a business perspective, it makes sense. From a game balance perspective, even as a fan of Branded, I gotta say, like, if you hit the other decks in the format, you probably should hit Branded too. You know, that's just how it works balancing wise.